Hey, what's going on? Welcome to Research 1 class. And today we are going to continue with part 1 of 23 of our end of year project. We didn't get to talk about one of the most important aspects of young adulthood and adulthood in general, but especially young adulthood because you are making such an important transition at this period of your life, and that would be your income and expenses. So many people of all ages, they ignore this fundamental step, this fundamental principle, which is to figure out how much money are you bringing in and how much money is going out. Now, I know with my students, a common reply is, my parents take care of this, or somebody else takes care of that. But even if that's the case, we need to learn, what is it costing to keep you alive? What does it cost to shelter you, to feed you? All of those things cost. So, number one, please understand, as a young adult, as a child, you may have thought that it was magic. You just knew that it happened. You just knew that you were clothed. You just knew that you were fed if you were blessed to be in that situation. However, as a young adult, you're going to start having to do those things yourself. You're going to start having to do those things yourself. So, as far as income, if you are working, if you already have a job, for example, you need to know how much you're bringing home after taxes. Are you being paid weekly, bi-weekly? Please understand how much you're making. Look at your pay stub, look at your direct deposit, so you can literally know how much money is coming in every month. If you get paid every other Friday or whatever it may be, figure out how much money you're bringing in. So many people, believe it or not, have no idea how much they're even making. They just get money and spend it. They don't know how much they get. They just know that they have money and now they can spend it. So if you can do that as a young adult, you're already ahead of so many people of all ages if you understand how much money you're bringing in. Aside from that, it's time to figure out how much is going out. Now, another common reply that I get is, oh, well, I don't have to pay for that, or my mom pays rent, my dad pays rent, I have a car that somebody else pays for, they put gas in it. You're going to have to do that yourself at some point. For the most part, maybe you'll be blessed to have somebody take care of you forever, but you're going to have to figure out, even if you're only spending on your wants, if you're in high school, for example, and you have a job that you work and all of that is fun money, it is still going to be a tremendous practice and a great habit to develop for you to learn, okay, how much am I spending on fun? If you go to the movies, if you go to basketball games, if you go to sporting events at the school, if you go to amusement parks, whatever it may be, to figure out what it is that you are spending, even if it's DoorDash, if it's ordering food, pizza delivery, Chinese food, whatever it may be, understanding how much is coming in and how much is going out. So I want to give you another example that you may not think about. So for travel, let's say you have a car. A lot of people, they don't think about how much they spend on gas. They just they might put $20 in their tank whenever they need gas, or whenever they're on E, they just put $20. Here's something that I would suggest. I would suggest that for your vehicle, if you have a vehicle, look up the year, make, and model, look up the gas tank capacity, look up the fuel mileage. So let's look at gas tank capacity. To keep it simple, let's say that your gas tank has 10 gallons. Let's say it has 10 gallons. Then you're going to multiply that by the cost of gas in your area. So where I am, it's about $3. We'll keep it simplistic. 10 times 3 is $30 per fill up. Now you need to know, how often are you filling up your gas tank? Let's say you fill up twice a week. That's going to be $60 a week. Times 4, that's 240 per month that you're spending on gas. Most people never even take the time to calculate that. If you want to take it to the next level, for simplicity's sake, let's say that your car gets 20 miles per gallon. So if it gets 20 miles per gallon times 10 gallons, it's going to be 200 miles. That's how much your car, or that's how far your car can go on a full tank. So then if you look at your commute, let's say you have a 20-mile commute, you know that your gas tank will give you 10 days worth of commuting back and forth to work or back and forth to school. So that's a simple example, but the principle still applies. And my overall point with all of this is please figure out what your income is. Even if you have an allowance, even if you have people giving you money, if you have people giving you money, how much do you have right now? When do you anticipate having more money? That's just something you're going to need to figure out because we all need some type of income unless you are extremely fortunate and you have somebody taking care of all of your needs. Then in that case, this might not even be the platform for you because you're already being taken care of. And this is a platform for those who are learning how to take care of themselves, how to support themselves. So, once again, just to summarize, figure out your income if you're working, if you're getting paid weekly, bi weekly, whatever your income is, or even if you're self employed, especially if you're self employed, how much money are you bringing in per month and what are your expenses? Are you having to pay for the barber shop, for the hair salon? Ladies, are you getting manicures or pedicures? Maybe gentlemen too. For all we know, whatever those expenses may be, whatever it is, what are you spending money on and how much are you even bringing in? I cannot stress that enough. I'm sure I'll do videos in the future stressing that. But please understand, if you remember nothing else as a young adult, and this is part of the end of year project, what is your income? How much are you bringing in every month? And how much are you spending every month?